everybody say that they can be recorded. Um, so we've talked about this a couple of times, and it's the 90-day challenge that we've brought up. Courtney brought up a couple of weeks ago again, of sort of these challenges that we go into. They're not a sustainable thing to keep going. And something that was different with the challenge that Heather and I came up with and that we thought of a couple of months ago was creating a challenge, but it's really a challenge just with yourself. And with the challenge groups that we usually see, it's somebody, usually one of the higher leaders, that are like telling you to do an insane, ridiculous amount of work for a short period of time. And for a short period of time, you can do it for a week, you can do something for maybe a month. But I think all of us can agree we're in business for longer than a week or a month. And sometimes these challenges that we go into, you can't keep going live every single day. Jessie Lee is insane. But on a normal day-to-day basis, you might not be able to go live every single day. You might not be able to do the top amount of work every single day because life, kids, whatever else the world wants to throw at you. And so something that I was listening to one of her podcasts and reading some books, and I don't even remember which ones they were anymore, but I was like, she said something along the lines of, it's a 90-day business. And so whatever you're doing it for 90 days, you're not going to see the progress until you hit sort of that day 90. And so that's where the sort of all started to come about of how can we create habits and consistent habits so that way you actually get to see all the, you know, the benefits of the work that you're doing. When you do something so hardcore for a week or a month, you're not really seeing all the benefits that you would really hope to see with all of the work you just put in. And then you fall off and sort of have to get back up, you fall down. And so this one is meant to be something where instead of running a marathon, you're jogging cross country, you're jogging for the long run, and being something that you can keep up for the long run, and creating those habits and sort of creating your schedule that we talk about all the time that's going to fit your life, your business, because it is your business. It's not mine. I have my own. I don't need somebody else's. Like, I got enough going on with mine. And so this is to help you sort of lay out your thoughts of how you want to be able to run yours. And I know as somebody that's just coming in, especially if you've never done network marketing, it's sort of, what does your business day even look like? And how can you sort of lay out and actually have an end to your day? I think that's a really big thing, is that you go into your day, but you don't really have a set thing of what you want to do each day. And so you just keep working and working and working until you go to bed. And working from when you wake up to when you go to bed, or feeling like you should be doing that, isn't very healthy for you. You shouldn't feel like you have to be ongoing all day long and that you don't get to enjoy life anymore. And so we came up with this worksheet that breaks down, I think I don't have the worksheet on me, just because we're in Georgia and I'm not at my house right now, but it breaks it down, and I believe into 7 or 8 parts of the RCMs, going live, how many posts you want to do a day, because I know some people talk about wanting to only do 1 post a day, to some people that want to do up to 3 posts, which is completely fine. But each of our audiences react differently to how many posts we want to do a day. And honestly, your lifestyle, as long as you're putting out quality posts, if you can put out 1 really good quality post a day, but if you try to do 3, you're only getting 3 mediocre ones, you're almost better off just focusing on that 1 really good post, if that's what fits into your life. And so it breaks it down into each sort of individual thing that every week you want to be accomplishing, either daily or that weekly. So for lives, you might not want to go live. It doesn't work into your schedule to go live every single day, but you can go live 2 times a week. And that's what you're going to put your goal as. And so you decide when you're planning out your week, what your week is going to look like for you. So if you want to RCM 5 people every single day, if you want to go live 2 times that week, if you want to follow up with 10 people each day, you get to decide what is going to work into your schedule. I'm not deciding it for you. Tracy, Heather, Courtney, nobody's going to decide for you that, oh, you need to do 10 RCM 10 people a day. And then you're almost in tears by the 8th one because it's taking you all day and you just can't do that quite yet. You don't have that confidence yet. And you start to back away from it because it's painful. You don't have that confidence. You're taking so much time to do it and you're not getting the other portions that are equally as important to get done as well. And so by breaking it down of, if you need to start off by only doing 2 or 3 RCMs until you start feeling really good about those, then you add another one. If you need to follow up with only 2 or 3 people when you're first starting, or if you need sort of a restart right now, you do that and you gain that confidence back, and you're not pushing it. It's sort of like when you start running, you're not going to go run a marathon to begin, or you're going to die. Like, let's just put that out there. You're going to die. Um, you got to start with that mile. You have to build up to running that mile. And so I feel like so many of us, we come in and we're like, oh, we're go, 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 go. And then you're like, why am I not able to just go like I feel like I should be able to? And then you beat yourself up about it. And so on this worksheet, it has where you get to decide beforehand what the minimum you can do every single day that would make you happy. And when you're deciding these numbers, you want to decide on your worst day, what can you do to run your business that day? And so you can run it every single day consistently, and not only running it on the days you feel like a superhero, because superhero days come every once in a while. You can't have superhero days every single day. Didn't get that kryptonite. Just waiting for the vaccine to work. But and so you can't go at high speeds every single day. And this sort of gives you that chance to decide for yourself what it looks like for you to be able to run your business and to feel accomplished. And once you finish those for your day, you have an ending to your day. And so the worksheet we have is in 2 different pieces. So the first sheet of it for that week is that you're just writing down what you want to do. So you're writing down how many RCMs, follow-ups, lives, all of that would make you proud of yourself for that week. And the second sheet is really just a tracker for yourself to keep track of when you do it. So if you wanted to go live twice, you can mark off on which days you went live. Once you have 2 marked off, you've completed that task. And you can put that it's done. You get to mark it off. I know I love marking things off of a list. And so it makes you feel accomplished when you mark it off. And another part to this worksheet that we added is a self-reflection. And it's looking at sort of what works in your business with your posts, with your lives, what works really well if something just blew off the wall, and sort of like how you felt for that week, how doing that amount of work made you feel. And working in self-development, we have one portion for self-development because you to keep talking about things, you got to keep learning things. So, and I think we can all agree that self-development is a really big part to network marketers. I swear that's probably one of the biggest things I hear across the board from everyone is the self-confidence you get from doing that self-development. And this gives you a place to add it into your workday, because I know for me, it will get put to the end of the line because it doesn't feel as productive because it's only focusing on myself. And so we have spaces for all of the parts that we talk about all the time that you can start being like, okay, at the end of the day, I want to have these tasks done. I know what task I'm going in to do. And then you have that sense of accomplishment by the end of the day.
I think one of the things on that note, Jordan, one of the things that's cool about the worksheet is I know Gabby's doing the 30-day challenge with, self-development and stuff included too. So you can take those challenges and incorporate it into this still. And in a lot of ways, they're overlapping. You're doing some of the same things, but it just kind of helps keep track of it. So yeah, like I just love this worksheet specifically because of that. Like, you're setting your own goals. And, really, I think for me, when we did the like beta testing thing, it really showed me how I have these great ideas, but it showed me where my weaknesses were and what I really struggle with being honest with myself about whether, oh yeah, I didn't do RCMs today, no big deal. You know, that's fine one day at a time, but then you look back and you're like, ooh, I said I wanted to do like 5 every day, and you know, it's Friday and I did it once, or you know, whatever. It's just, I think it really shows you on paper where you need to get real with yourself, and maybe why your business isn't going the way that you want it to be going. So yeah, we have that worksheet, but wait, there's more. So we are planning on starting this next week. So we're going to amp it up and kind of just help you guys mentally wrap your heads around it. And we're not doing 90, we're doing 30 days at first. So don't get freaked out by the 90 days. You know, if it goes well, we'll just keep going. But in line with that, we are also going to kind of do a fun spirit week, is what we're calling it. And Miss Gabby is kind of heading that part up, with some help, but you know, we're not going to throw it at her and run away. But she has some really, really cool ideas, guys. And that's the thing, like, we want to make sure this is fun. And, you know, it's, for a lot of people, it just, when it becomes so serious all the time, it becomes frustrating. So I think the cool part of the Spirit Week stuff, and we're going to take that a week at a time, it should just help keep it fun and bring back the excitement, and, you know, showing you why you fell in love with this in the first place. So, Gabby, if you want to kind of touch on that really quick, I'm really excited. So go for it.
You got it. You guys, I love the worksheet that they're doing, because honestly, I feel like I need it. I feel like I need to do that. Heather, I'm with you. I tell myself, like, oh, I'm going to do this many RCMs. And then by the end of the week, I'm like, oh, I didn't do that many. So I struggle just like all of you guys. So this is really good. But now this is where I come in, you guys. This is where my blue takes over, and I'm coming in for the fun. I need to liven you guys up. You guys need to wake up. Like, I don't see all of your faces on the screen. I need to see all of your faces. I need you awake. What is going on? Where are we? What is going on? Where is our team? And why are we all so quiet? So I'm sick and tired of it, and we're going to change it. So we're going to do a Spirit Week. I know you guys in high school, in junior high, in elementary, you all had Spirit Weeks. You got so excited for it. So we're going to do it, and we're going to have so many fun shenanigans. I'm going to give you guys a teaser for one of my ideas, because I love my local Yuma. I love my city. I love my state. We are going to have a day where you guys are going to go out into the town, into your town, and showcase something about your town. This is just giving you a little bit of a tip. There's going to be more to it, but every single day we are going to be doing something different. We are going to make it fun with the Spirit Week, but we're also going to tie in our business. We're also going to tie in our Thrive. We're going to tie in our camaraderie, our teams. The idea is to have fun with this. And I'm hoping, I'm praying, I hope that this brings our teams together. I hope this brings camaraderie for all of you guys that are together in the same cities. I would love to see some of you get together. I would love for us to do a Zoom on one of the days, and maybe we just show off what we're doing that day. The idea is to come back into team unity, come back into having fun, and show that we're thrivers and we have fun. You guys, we go to these getaways, and the best thing for me is just seeing how much fun everybody is. We're thrivers, we're happy, we have fun, and right now we've been boring and quiet. So no more. Sorry.
Yeah, I love that. It is true though. Like it is so true. Like you said, everybody needs to wake up. I really feel like I said, the weight of the world just has everybody in this like, not right now. I just can't. I mentally just can't get myself there. And yeah, we are thrivers. That's part of what we promote is fun and energy and feeling great. But when we're not displaying that for the people watching, do we really have fun? Is it really, are we feeling good or no? And I speak to myself when it comes to that. So I I'm really excited for this. And we did want to ask for ideas though. If you have something that just sounds like a really cool idea, reach out and let us know. Or, you know, if you want to throw it in the chat, or if you feel like you don't want to spoil it.
Or go into the chats. Like I encourage everybody, go into the chats, hype it up, talk about why you're excited about it, or something you did in school that you had the most fun with. Let's see how many of your ideas we pull, and it's going to be a surprise every day. It's going to be spontaneous. We're going to give you guys some time. If it's something that you have to leave your home and you're going to have to plan because of your kiddos, we'll give you guys a little bit of time to prepare, but it's going to be spur of the moment. You know, each day starting Monday, you're going to have something to do. You're going to have a challenge to do.
So we pulled that more from the kind of scavenger hunt thing that Courtney did in the chats a while back, and everybody really, really loved that got to participate. Something about spontaneous excitement and chores and things are just, it just kind of keeps you guessing. You know, you can't plan too much into it so that you know, you got to think on your toes kind of thing. But we really think that that part of it helps keep it just going and excited. Jordan, do you want to talk about the whole submission thing? Because I know that's a weird thing when it comes to challenges, with how people say they did something. We don't want to keep this so super structured and tight and locked down, and we're not going to have you go back and do screenshots and stuff. Like, we don't want that, because that's the part everybody hates. So go ahead if you want to kind of talk.
For submissions more for helping to keep yourself accountable. We'll probably put together a Google form that is all the questions that you're going to already answer on your worksheet. So it's not any extra work, just typing it in. And so that way you can go back and sort of keep track. If we go more than just this first month, you can sort of keep track week by week of what you want to do. And at the end of the week, before you set up your goals for your next week, of evaluating what you actually accomplish, if you accomplish doing all your RCMs in each thing that you set up for yourself, or what you need to improve on, because you aren't failing at this challenge. This is a challenge you can't fail, because the only way you're failing is if you're quitting. So, and that's why we don't want it to be super, super structured. You have to turn in screenshots for every single post, every single RCM, because I know for me, that's probably one of the hardest parts with challenges is the submission portion, because it adds so much extra work. And it's really, for the type of challenges it's not a necessary part of it. So it's going to be a little bit more of the honor system. And I mean, your business is going to speak for itself if you're doing it or not. So it's sort of one of those that you can't, don't cheat yourself.
Yeah.
So you can tell us and try to make it look all pretty to everyone else, but you're going to know at the end of the day, and if your business is going to go where you want it to go by the actions you're doing. And so the submission is more going to be, if you go live, like if you plan on going live once or twice, just share it so that way we can all cheer you on. And some of those sorts of things. So
yeah, there will be prizes. Court is planning on doing some prizes for the actual Spirit Week things. But one of the beautiful parts, like we were talking earlier, is, you know, if you say you want to go live twice this week, you get to Wednesday, Thursday, and you haven't done it. Okay, you still have time. You know, like the week isn't over yet. You still have time to go live twice. So it's not like a daily, oh, I didn't go live today, so I guess I'm out of the challenge totally. I think that's one of the really cool things about this is you're setting your pace. If you say only once this week, you're holding yourself accountable to the goal that you set for yourself, not that somebody else is pressuring you to do.
And maybe for some of these, we can sort of come up with a point system almost. So for each week, what you accomplish, you get a point for. What you didn't accomplish, you don't get a point off. You just don't earn that point. And maybe if you complete Spirit Week items, you get 2 points. And we can tally up points that way.
Yeah, we can talk about that. That's kind of why we wanted to give ourselves another week before we kick it off, but kind of hype it up and let us come up with some cool Spirit Week things for you guys to do. we'll be doing them as well. So it's not just you guys go have fun and we're gonna watch. But does anybody have any commentary? Like I want to hear from you guys what your thoughts are before we hop off.
It actually sounds like a good idea to me. Last week, I think it was Thursday or Friday, I was in Jocelyn's chat, and one of the ladies there, I can't remember her name right now, but she was talking about there was something missing from the chats and from the camaraderie of the group, the caring, the initiative, the love, the community. It was missing, and I'm actually missing the same thing from my guys. You know what I mean? It is the weight of the world right now, for lack of a better term, with everything going up, and there's a new development every single month, and it's getting harder and harder, for people to actually say, okay, listen, I want to make myself feel better, and here is $150, here's $400 or whatever, so you can, and then they do the Thrive experience and stuff like that. It's getting tougher because your mind and your responsibilities and your obligations are so scattered, right? And that makes it difficult for us in the business that we're actually doing. And so I just kind of gave a little pep talk and kind of a hard talk at the same time, because it takes effort. It takes effort, even when you're doing bad, right? Even when you're not getting the sales that you want, and the energy is not in the chats. You have to keep your same position. So I think the idea is absolutely great to jumpstart, things again, jumpstart people's hearts, people's minds, and people's motivation and initiative to actually do and go beyond, not because of the initial assignment, but because they just needed it right here. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm good now. That was some good motivation. That was some good tasking, and now I'm gonna go ahead and go forward and do what I need to do. So do I think it's an excellent idea? Absolutely.
I appreciate that. Yeah. And the camaraderie is something that we were talking about earlier, and it's just, it absolutely, it feels like it's been lost for the last couple months, and maybe, who knows what exactly why, but we are absolutely looking forward to trying to pull some of that back and get back to where we were. And it won't be the same, but we've lost people along the way and stuff, but getting that excitement going again, I think, is just necessary. We all need some feel good, something happening, some fun, and even if things are happening outside of our homes, if we can come together with this and just have fun together, I think that's, like Gabby was talking about it, Palooza and stuff, you get so excited to be with each other and have fun. And I think that's something that we need. We can't all get together, but we can do something united, and try to bring it back. So I love that, Toby.
We can, and it trickles on, you guys. You lead by example, and the more positive things you put out there, the more fun things you put out there, the more good you put out there, the more good you start seeing, the more good other people start doing it. We saw it just with 75 Hard around our neighborhood, and us going out more and going out as a family and going on jogs and going on walks and going on bikes. That alone, we saw how our little community here started doing the same, and people follow that. People want good. People want happy. People want good feelings, especially right now. I think not only will it help us as a team, not only will it help us as a whole, but I think it's going to help other people on social media break up that negativity. Like, I don't know about y'all. It hurts my heart to scroll through social media right now. It is heartbreaking. So we got to put some happy out there. We got to put some love out there and just be united. I don't know like how else to say it. We need to be united. And if this is our way to do it, then let's do it.
Absolutely. I love it. Yeah, is everybody have any like anything they want to add to for us to consider when it comes to planning. We're really excited for this and ready to see what it can do for each of our businesses and the team as a whole. You know, at the end of the day, we have our individual businesses, but we are a large team all together at the same time. And I think it starts with us growing together so that we can grow our own downlines from there. So yeah, if nobody else has anything, I think we'll wrap it up. And we did record. We recorded, so we will get that link up for you guys to share. I'm going to stop recording actually.